Sleep well. Jesus Christ, a curiosity on Main Street, Chapter 3. Vans are cool. Chris, 1659 Jaime's garage.
An utter disaster.
Don't be so dramatic.
It's not like we've got a real deadline.
Ugh, who needs a real deadline when every wasted second brings you closer and closer to your ultimate, cosmic, eternal deadline?
Oh my god.
I like it.
Dramatic.
Hey,
I
what
don't.
Are these?
Oh, I got those for us all to wear when we shoot. Surprise.
Wait, you guys are both acting. So, it'll just be me?
So you'll be like our ambassador.
Yeah, not a chance.
Whoa, don't open that up. I still haven't taken the film out yet.
I thought it was broken.
Well, yeah, the lens is cracked, but the footage is still good. Unless, you know, you open it.
Ugh, whatever.
We got some good stuff today. Glass half full.
Dude, just let me be upset.
Or shut the fuck up.
Sheriff Green have anything better to do with his time? Like, go after actual criminals and shit?
Cedar Hills is not exactly a noted hotbed of criminal activity.
That's not entirely true. There was that whole serial killer thing.
Hold up, what now? When was this?
I was just a baby. I don't really know anything about it.
Oh, you're still just a baby.
And you still don't know anything.
Now, be a good little baby and tell me all about this whole serial killer business.
I know some stuff.
Spill it, lady.
For starters, I think that's why Sheriff Green doesn't want us to go in the steel mill.
Oh yeah, that's where it all went down.
So you do know stuff. And you held back, you traitor.
Yeah, because I knew you'd get all like this.
Hell yeah, I would. Linda, tell me about the steel mill killer.
Well, that's where it all ended. But before that, there was a whole string of disappearances. Kidnappings, really. Murders.
So what was this guy's name? Maybe we should write him into the movie.
Oh, I don't know if we...
Frank Stone.
Huh. So Frank Stone was actually killing people in the steel mill? Like, our steel mill? Where we were just shooting like an hour ago?
That's the theory.
Frank was working at the mill, but I think it was on its last legs by then. Probably not a lot of people around. They shut it down right after.
Alright, chat. Another boat. Probing. Who were the victims, or puzzled? What do you think he was up to? Make your choice. Puzzled it is.
What do you think he was up to? There has to be a reason for him to kill a bunch of people, right?
There was never any kind of confession, so they don't really know for sure.
Someone somewhere's gotta have some idea.
Well, we could always just ask Frank Stone.
Huh?
Crystal ball, Ouija board, what will they say? And Miss BB's hotline, the dead are just a seance away.
Okay.
How did this just become
I
a
called
Disney
Miss
movie?
Beebe once. I tried to speak to Mary Shelley, but Miss Beebe thought that was my grandmother, so she kept going on and on about eating enough cabbage soup.
Did you get a recipe?
Oh, damn.
Then again, maybe it's better not to dig up old bones.
If it's ancient history.
People don't really like to talk about it. We do get reporters asking around sometimes. It really rubs people the wrong way.
Once Sam Green became sheriff, that all died down anyway.
Next choice. Questioning. What were the reporters asking about or suspicious? Sheriff Green seems to care a lot about this. "15 seconds. Suspicious.
Sheriff Green sure seems to care a heck of a lot about this.
Sam Green's the one who took Stone down.
Ah.
Saved a little baby that day, too. Would have been the killer's next victim.
Yeah, he's kind of the town hero.
Huh. Interesting.
Chris, what are you thinking?
You guys have been so helpful answering my questions and all, but sounds like I should probably go right to the source. What?
After today, I don't think Sheriff Green's gonna want to talk to you about anything even remotely related to the mill.
You never know.
Good luck with that.
I guess it doesn't really matter what happened at the mill since we can't finish shooting there with a busted camera.
Hey, why don't we just take the camera to the drugstore and see if we can get it fixed?
So, yeah, the thing is, I kind of spent the rest of the budget on the t-shirts. Unless you know of anybody looking to get into film finance, we're kind of shit out of luck.
Uh-oh.
Papá, no tengo 16 años y ya no vivo en esta casa.
Damn.
What?
Uh,
You want a piece of me too?
Relax, chick. Jesus. Jovial. Howdy, partner. Empathetic. Hey, you okay? Make your choice. About 15 seconds.
hey, you okay? What's up?
Nothing, it's fine.
Didn't sound fine.
As soon as Mom got sick, I dropped everything in my whole life in New York to come home and help. And all he does is act like I'm not doing enough. It's like he doesn't even care what I had to give up.
I'm sure he's just worried about Mom.
Yeah, so am I. That's why I'm here. The least he could do is try not to ground me like I'm 16.
Totally. What is he thinking, right?
Sorry, I guess I just needed to blow off some steam.
I get it.
The last thing Mom needs is for us to be screaming at each other.
It's true. Yeah, and you've been doing an incredible job. I mean it. I don't know what we'd do without you.
Uh-oh.
Jaime's trying to ask his sister for
Linda,
money.
Where's the Jaime bell?
Ring, ring.
What's the Jaime bell?
My darling brother has the tendency to lay it on a little thick whenever he's about to ask for a favor.
No, I'm just speaking from the heart.
Okay. What do you need from me?
Well, we're making this movie, and we're so close to finishing, but we just need a little extra bit of money.
Of course you do. What else is new?
What Jaime's trying to say is our camera got busted today, and we need a few bucks to get it fixed.
Ouch. How much do you need?
Casual, just 10 bucks or nervous? 20 bucks would cover it. What do we think, chat? Ooh, greedy gooses, huh? Asking for more? Okay.
Just like 20 bucks would probably cover it.
20 bucks.
20.
That ain't pocket change.
That's how much camera repairs cost these days.
Seriously?
We're trying to make this thing good, and good don't come cheap.
You guys really needed to finish the film?
Yeah.
All right, I'm in. Who am I to stand in the way of art?
You won't regret it.
Oh, and I get the garage tonight.
What? Why?
Because I need it.
This is where all our editing stuff is.
Well, that's the deal. Take it or leave it.
All right, it's a deal.
Try not to waste it.
Don't worry, we'll put it to good use.
looking a little, wiggly.
I'm fine. It's just, what is in that fake blood?
I think it's just mint-flavored real blood.
Oh, it did say to avoid any prolonged skin contact. You washed it all off, like, right away, right?
You don't think it's, like, actually poisonous, do you?
It's a horror movie, Jaime. Anyone could go. Anytime! Hopefully there's enough time to fix the camera before they close tonight.
I'm not sure the drugstore clerk will even know how to fix it.
Hey, think positive.
It's not like there's anywhere else in town we could take it.
What?
What about there?
I thought that place was condemned.
Guess they got a new tenant.
Do curiosity shops even repair cameras?
There was a
Endless
place like that near my grandfather's house.
curiosities.
The owner used to tinker with all sorts of old junk. You never know.
I bet they have some rad old junk, too.
Your call, Chris.
All right, we're going to the drugstore or the curiosity shop. "15 seconds. I'm vetoing this one. I want to go to the curiosity shop.
Drugstore. I don't want to risk missing our chance.
You sure? Curiosity shop does look pretty cool.
We can check
It
it out.
automatically checked it this time.
enough.
What the fuck? Boo. Lame. Calhoun's Pharmacy, 1734.
So, who's gonna do the honors?
The honors?
Talk to the clerk.
You're afraid to talk to a drugstore clerk?
What? No, I'm just...
You just don't want to haggle, do you?
Hey, I already completely debased myself to get the money from my sister.
Are we going to be provocative, you're just afraid, or encouraging? Think about it like acting. Ten seconds. Provocative.
You're just afraid you're gonna totally turf it and get ripped off.
That's ridiculous.
Oh boy. Jaime's right. That drugstore clerk's gonna smell blood in the water a mile away. Maybe you should.
Hold on. I'll take care of it. No sweat. Gonna get us the deal of the century.
Good luck.
Yeah, got a weird one for you.
Best Left Buried, the dark
movies?
mythology of the
Really?
lost movie.
It's not pretty.
Must be a slow
What
news.
is it?
Andy
Busted.
Dean Cage
And
Lips.
I don't know if you guys are able to help with something like that, but we really need to get it fixed. So I
You
just
hate
figured
Chris,
I'd
so do
come in
I.
and check.
There are those films that
So,
have been
yeah.
lost over time, which
Just
in
wondering
their
if you could
absence
take a look
have
at it and, let me know if it's
developed
something you can help us with.
an aura of mystery. These lost movies have fascinated film historians and conspiracy theorists alike, not because they wish to marvel at the performances of the actors or craft of the director, but because they believe through whatever remnants of footage they can cobble together, they may gain a glimpse into a dark reality realized only by the camera. Most associated with the production have distanced themselves from the rumors around Dean's disappearance, the most persistent of which is that in the surviving footage of any scene involving Dean, one never fails to observe a strange rolling fog in the desert background. Perhaps there really was something lurking in the desert, waiting for its moment to come forth and claim the film star for its own twisted machinations. There's a long lineage of lost movies resulting in dark myths and superstitions. Found the trinket box again.
Jaime better wield his charm to get. Man, if this is a bust and we can't finish the movie, fucking tragic.
Yeah. I think if the world's deprived of Murder Mill, there's an outside chance it'll keep turning.
Come on. Linda, what's the deal?
You're a
Like,
bitch.
generally speaking.
This movie's only gonna be good if all of us care about making it good.
Chris, what do you think is actually going to happen with this movie?
We're gonna finish it, then I guess we'll try to find someone to release it or show it or...
No, I mean, do you think we're making something that's not gonna suck?
Alright, optimistic. We're making something great or reflective. At least I got closer to Jaime. Okay, whoever did the last second tie,
I don't know.
you lost.
I'm not a film critic, but even if people hate it, at least I got closer to Jaime.
So where does that leave me?
What do you mean?
I'm not making this movie to get closer to a boy.
That's not why I'm making it.
You just said,
Hey, no one's forcing you to work on the film. You can leave anytime you want.
I don't want to leave. I just... Never mind.
Excuse me, young ladies, but is there something I can help you with?
Oh, hey you.
Hi, Robert. You quit working at the library?
Ah, those are just volunteer hours. Now you're looking at an honest-to-goodness working stiff.
Oh, income security is a very attractive quality in a man.
So is access to book reservations.
So,
Okay, that was
bad
awkward.
news.
I like
good
it so far.
news,
The
Super
story's
good news
intriguing.
kind of situation.
Bad news first, always.
The bad news is they can't fix the camera. Don't you want to hear the good news?
What's the good news?
The good news is Robert Greene's working in the drugstore now.
Ta-da!
We already knew that.
Yeah, for like at least 30 seconds.
Keep up with the times, Jaime.
Gotta keep up.
So, wait, what's the super good news?
Oh, yeah. I got some of these puppies.
Firecrackers?
I hate
Dude, you
those
didn't just
things.
spend all the money on those, did you?
They're just like $5.
That's a lot.
Don't worry. Still got plenty left for the camera.
This guy
You
is so
better.
irresponsible and annoying. What the
Curiosity
fuck?
Shop's probably still open if you want to see if they'll fix it.
Yeah, let's head over there.
What's the camera for?
Dude, we're making the most killer horror movie the world's ever seen.
No shit.
Well, we were, until your dad broke our
He
camera.
did what?
It was an accident. We were shooting at the old mill and he was not pleased.
I'm not surprised. He's always got his eye on that place.
Yeah, when he kicked us out, he was like intense. More intense than I've ever seen him. I don't think there's any chance we'll get back in there today.
I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but there's more than one way into that mill.
Oh, really?
If you get the camera situation sorted out, you let me know.
Message received.
Let's just check it out. It's not like we have anything to lose. Come on!
Man, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this place looks like it's been here forever.
And a half.
Maybe you should write it in.
Don't tempt me.
What if the owner's a deranged serial killer who collects wayward teenagers and turns them into antiques?
Then we hit the jackpot.
Check out the wares.
Ooh, cameras!
These look like they've seen better days.
They're not gonna put the best ones in the window. We gotta look inside. Shall we?
If this is a trap, and we're walking right into the lair of the tchotchke chopper.
Tchotchke chopper.
Likewise, compadre.
1749. Endless Curiosities. Is that the name of the
Let's just
circus
take a look around
thing?
and see what we can find.
Something about that name's
How can
in my brain.
In a place like this.
Getting lost is half the fun.
Maybe nobody's home.
Bummer. I was hoping to show off how good I am at haggling.
Well, somebody has to be, because Jaime's blowing all of our fucking money.
Find a camera, we could just walk on out with it.
That's not... I'm not saying we should just steal something.
Alright, cynical. Who's gonna notice or compliant? You're right. About 15 seconds. Please undo the tie. Cynical.
Who's gonna notice? There's like a bajillion things in this place.
I don't know.
It's called inventory.
Doesn't feel right.
I just want to get this movie made. Any way we can. Why don't we spread out? Start over there.
Spread out. I'm gonna tell you where to go, though. I don't like her. I have the option of killing her. I'm gonna do it. Dear Mr. Olson.
Whoever owned this place before had some lousy luck.
This letter will serve to confirm the agreement regarding the sale of Ned's Nutty Ned Knacks. All relevant legal paperwork has been signed, and you should receive payment by month's end. My client also wanted to extend their sympathies to your recent hardships. If there is any lesson to be drawn from this, it's that fire, theft, and casualty are not things that only happen to other people. Hopefully, moving on from Cedar Hills will give you some distance from the bereavement. After all, time is a great healer. And perhaps one day you find yourself able to adopt another cat. Respectfully, R. Straker. Hold on a second. This is definitely longer than what we got. Although the valuation... Alright, I'm going to read this whole letter. Mr. Olson, this letter will serve to confirm the agreement regarding the sale of Ned's Nutty Ned Knacks. My client wanted me to clarify that they will be retiring this name despite your insistence to avoid potential confusion over the change in ownership. All relevant legal paperwork has been signed, and you should receive payment by month's end. Although the valuation fell below what you expected, rest assured you have been given a fair price, and given your current financial and personal pressures, the speedy resolution of the sale seems the most amicable solution for all parties. My client also wanted to extend their sympathies to your recent hardships. Hopefully the funds will be enough for you to make a down payment wherever you choose to settle next. Given the insurance company were not much help to you. If there is any lesson to be drawn from this, it's that fire, theft, and casualty are not things that only happen to other people, although you seem especially beset by misfortune recently. My client was particularly distressed to learn of the terrible murder business at the store, resulting in the loss of your beloved Belinda. The police informed us that they will not investigate, given the lack the relevant lack the irrelevant expertise in the behaviors of crows to track down the culprits. But certainly if they do return, my client is insistent that they will get retribution on your behalf. Hopefully moving on from Cedar Hills will give you some distance from the bereavement. After all, time is a good healer, and perhaps one day you find yourself able to adopt another cat. On a final note, the new owner would also like to gently insist you make arrangements to remove any personal items from the store as soon as possible. They were rather concerned you might forget the giant portrait of yourself and Belinda from above the counter, although they'd understand if the memory was too painful at this time, and will make arrangements to have it disposed of. The store recently passed into the hands of a new owner. So many clocks. I can't stand clocks that make noise. What about you, chat? It's a crow.
So, I've been thinking.
About gothic romance novels?
Yes. But no.
Why does this trinket box keep following us? Is it to... Oh my god, it's the Wraith's
I don't know
weapon!
what that is, but it looks painful.
That belonged to the Wraith. This is so cool. They did a really good job of integrating all of the pieces of DVD. It's a smiley face! Mannequins, which we hate.
Who would want to watch this creep fest?
Is that TV lady?
What was I? Oh, yeah.
Yes, but no, about the movie. I think we could really strengthen the narrative if we just shoot an extra scene.
Oh, god.
Like, what kind of extra scene?
There's, I don't know, a scene where they talk a little bit about who they're...
Jesus Christ, lady. Oh my god, he picked up the Wraith's weapon. That's crazy.
I'm glad to see you're all having fun. But if you insist on using my store as a playground, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to take it outside.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Just make sure you put it back where you found it.
Wait, we're just looking for something to replace this?
Oh, I see.
We're making a film, and we broke it.
Got anything that could help us?
With all the cameras in the window, we just thought we'd see.
There was one thing. I'm just not sure I still have it. I'll have to look in my back room for a few moments, if you don't mind waiting.
We don't mind.
I'll just be a minute.
10 to 1, she brings us a photo camera.
Or a telescope.
Shh, give her a minute.
Let's see. Could it have been in... No, maybe in this one? Oh, yes. Here you are.
She comes running out straight at us with a giant chainsaw. I'm getting like so bummed out.
You're in luck. A very fine item indeed.
Yes.
Whoa.
May I?
I insist.
It's pretty old. Possible we could make it work, but it's not exactly what we had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you asking for it?
15.
There's a tiny little price tag on it, but I seem to have forgotten my reading glasses. Why don't you take a look?
Alright, chat.
$15.
Appreciative. That seems reasonable or doubtful. It feels a little high. Mind you, we only have $15 because Jaime spent $5 on fucking firecrackers. 10 seconds to get your choice in. Alright, appreciative it is. We're broke again.
Okay, sure. I think that seems reasonable for something like this.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for finding us a camera.
Oh, it was no trouble at all. It truly is such a joy to see young people so passionate about the arts.
Yeah. Yep, that's us.
DVD noise.
I have worn many masks over the centuries. Dr. Augustine Lieber was renowned, professional, and trusted. Frank Stone confided in me.
God damn.
Allowed me to unlock his potential during those dark days in the psychiatric ward. And now, a new guise. A new timeline. A new chance. Giving them the camera, I admit, was unfair, even for me. They couldn't know what power they held in their hands, nor what cruelty awaits them in the steel mill. But what true creator wouldn't suffer for their art?
Chapter 4. These walls have eyes.
Okay.
2209. Compassionate. Are you okay? Probing. Bad dream? Compassionate.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Guess I just dozed off a bit. Wait, what happened to Augustine again?
She left.
Left?
She said she had to do something very urgently in her private reliquary.
Hey, now that we're all awake again, can we forget about Augustine for a minute and talk about the 1,000-foot-long elephant in the room?
Oh.
1,000 feet is the average length of film in a movie.
Oh.
Guess we were all playing it close to the vest before, huh?
It's not my film. I just worked on it. Didn't direct it. It's not even on my official filmography.
I meant how we were all holding back about our film strips.
Oh, right.
Whether you take credit for it or not, it's definitely the most infamous project that's associated with you. Cursed film collectors have been unsuccessfully searching for any trace of it for years. And now we are all here, each with our own little slice of a mysterious pie. It's a pretty big deal.
So, all of our film strips, they're part of this movie you and your friends made, Linda?
If they're not fakes, yeah.
Mine's not fake.
And all that stuff you said about it being cursed?
Murderous rages, CIA interrogation, total disassociation with reality. Because it's so rare, only a few people know for sure. So they say. If Augustine wants the only known surviving pieces of it, she's gonna have to pay up.
I hate this guy, man.
Why do you think she wants it so bad? I mean, it's not really cursed, right?
I prefer not to dwell on the past. We're here, someone's offering to buy our sections of the film. That is all I'm concerned with right now.
Providence goes a long way towards a successful sale.
So do motives. I don't know about you, but I would very much like to know why Augustine is so desperate to get her hands on this film.
Well, first rule of business is to gather every bit of intel you can on your opponent. And I don't know about you two ladies, but I have been itching to get a little look-see around this big old house of curiosities.
Are we allowed to look
Alexa,
around?
set a
What do you
10:30
say,
a.m.
Director?
alarm.
Want to keep sitting around, or want to peek behind the curtain?
Alright, commanding. What are you waiting for? Dismissive. I'm good here. Welcome back, Boland. I saw you hopped on Dead by Daylight, you poor thing. Don't forget to vote in the poll. 10 seconds. Looks looks like we're going with commanding. Alright. I'm back.
So, Murder Mill? I'm guessing it's not a romantic comedy?
Years back, there.
Wait, that's a cup from our dream. And she opens the same thing. Same thing. Screw you, man.
Why don't we go look around together? Unless you want to stay here by yourself?
Okay. Oh, never thought your little Maddie Bear would end up in a place like this, huh?
That?
Hmm? Oh, nothing. Never mind.
What were
Why
you
is this
shouting
bitch
about?
talking to herself?
Look at this place. You should shoot one of your movies here.
Why?
Because it's cool as hell.
We might as well take a look around.
Explore the atrium. That's where we came from, I assume. Okay. Go that way. Nothing over there.
Can't deny this place would
your
make an
outfit, by the way.
incredible film location.
Thanks. It's Italian. Well, the shoes are Italian. And a belt. I got it cheap from a guy. He's got a guy who's got a pants guy, so I got these pants from his guy's guy. Had him
Now that was a curious sound.
Archibald. Hey, Macmillan.
Which is like a super limited VIP club edition. But you want
Ooh, we found another secret door.
Sure.
Found a turtleneck in a secondhand shop.
Scandalous.
Right? Don't tell anyone.
Oh, you can be sure of
Hey,
that.
it's Cowtree. Oh, they really just added everything in here, huh? That's crazy. Oh shit. Surveillance.
Well,
Jesus Christ, Stan.
It's like every room in the house.
Yeah, I'd say this goes a little beyond your typical security.
What do you mean?
I get the sense our host just has a lot of
Augustine has
valuable
interest in
property and likes
temporal
to be keenly
machinery.
aware of everyone's comings and goings.
Alright, that made me dizzy. It's kind of boring, too.
Ah, yes. Let's check out the other floors. Good thinking.
Wait, hold on a second.
What?
Before all this goes any further, I need to know how both of you got your pieces of the film.
Well, it's no secret, really. After my mom died a few months ago, I found it when I was going through her stuff.
Maddie, what was your mom's name?
Both, or...
Was it Bonnie Rivera?
Yeah, it... How did you know that?
Oh, shit.
You look just like her.
Did you know my mom?
A long time ago. A whole other lifetime. Her younger brother, Jaime, was one of my closest friends.
Uncle Jaime, I never met him.
I hadn't heard that Bonnie had passed.
Yeah, it was pretty sudden.
Wow. Maddie, it's quite sad. Very touching.
Is Stan's arm fake? Comforting. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Or probing. What about you, Stan? Get your votes in. 15 seconds. Why, uh-oh. I think Uncle Jaime doesn't make it out. Probing. What about you, Stan? Since Golden Girls, I only think of Stan.
And what about you, Stan? Where'd you get your piece of the film?
Well, now, that is a very good question. And an expensive one, too.
What's your price?
You know what? I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
I hate this little weasel. Andy, get the fuck out of my way, man.
Cool statue.
It's hillbilly.
Missing a piece, though. Wow. Powerful resemblance in Augustine's family. That or Augustine loves cosplay.
Whoa.
He
Quite a
can't,
piece.
Millie, no, he cannot.
Look at the metalwork.
It's beautiful.
Wonder if we can find it. The face of evil.
Sensationalist trash. Sam Green took down Frank Stone. I could write a better book than this.
The true story of Frank Stone, told by the man who stopped him, Sheriff Lloyd Cushit. Lloyd Cushit doesn't like the title hero. In fall '63, Cushit was the local sheriff of Cedar Hills, a sleepy Oregon steel town. Just a regular blue-collar job, doing his darndest to make life a little safer for the folks who put their trust in him. But Cedar Hills was hiding a silent menace, a merciless monster preying on the unsuspecting citizens Cushit had sworn to protect. When the bodies started piling up, the only thing left was for an everyday hero to step up. This is the true account of how Cedar Hills' first and only serial killer was brought to justice, told firsthand by the man who dared look evil in the eye and pull the trigger. Damn, he didn't even get credit. That fateful night, I had sent one of my deputies over to check in on things. Not my first choice. The flat foot was from out of state and a little green for my liking. But all he had to do was hold the line and report back on anything suspicious. But when Tommy called, I knew this was it. Standing before the furnace, I thought I'd step into the fiery depths of hell itself, and there was Stone standing on that platform like a twisted gargoyle, a tiny bundle of innocence held in his death grip. I am not afraid to admit I was scared. I only had a moment to act before all was lost, so I drew my gun, took a deep breath, and made a silent prayer that my aim would strike true. Stone's corpse wasn't even cold before a whole bunch of out-of-towners descended on Cedar Hills trying to grab their piece of the action. Lawyers, reporters, rubberneckers, you name it. More than a few weren't satisfied with what they found. They wanted to make a conspiracy out of it, said he must have had an accomplice to do what he did. Me? I don't buy it. Never have. That's because I know firsthand that he acted alone, saw it with my own eyes. So, to all those who claim otherwise, I say this: one monster was enough for Cedar Hills. Well, I want to read this book, because it looks like it was actually written. With suspicions that Frank Stone committed his crimes with the help of an accomplice.
Yeah? Now what would you do if it was you here instead of me? No way. You'd be climbing the walls looking for a way out.
This bitch is crazy. She keeps talking to herself.
Psh, not in a million years. No way.
Looks like it opens with a key.
I need a key.
Augustine has a unique collection. I've never seen anything like this stuff.
You'd really get a kick out of this place. And then you'd probably kick me out of this place and keep it all to yourself.
Talking to someone special?
What? What do you mean?
Like Bonnie, perhaps?
I've just felt so, like, empty since she died. Like I'm sleepwalking through a nightmare and I just can't seem to wake up.
It never gets easier when you lose someone. But it does become less suffocating.
I hope so, because sometimes I just feel like I'm going crazy. Like, she really is out there, guiding me, trying to tell me something. That's why I came here. It felt like that's what she wanted me to do. I know you said it had been a really long time, but can you tell me anything about her from when you knew her?
Gosh. Well, she was the most intimidating girl I've ever met. Even after I got to know her. She did everything she wanted to do, and nobody could stop her.
And that sounds like Mom. Any good stories?
Nostalgic. There's something I never told anyone else, or Kurt. It's not a good idea to dwell on the past. What do we think, chat? Nostalgic?
Yeah. Yeah, there is something I've been thinking about. I've never told anyone else. It was a long time ago. We were just kids making a movie. Jaime, Chris, and me. Everything's still so fuzzy about what happened, but
oh, here we go. Time travel.
there's one thing that always just stuck in my mind. Clear as a bell. That night, we were on our way home from picking up a new camera. We were driving past the Rivera's house. The garage door was wide open, full of light. And the craziest fucking sound you ever heard was just tearing out of there in every direction. And right in the middle of it all was Bonnie. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so completely in tune with themselves. The only thing that mattered was that moment. Nothing else. That was your mom.
Thank you.
Hey guys?
What, Stan? Somebody coming?
Look.
What? I don't see anything.
Ah! There! Right there!
Oh my god, there's someone out there.
Alright. Concerned they might be after the film strips. Serious, Augustine expected something like this. Or flippant, if this plot gets any thicker. What do we think, chat? Kind of the serious question, kind of. Seems interesting. curious.
I have a feeling Augustine expected something like this might happen. She's got this place wired with enough cameras she could catch a mouse.
Good security probably means we're pretty safe.
Nobody's watching it.
Right, so do you think we should find Augustine? Give her a heads up?
Even if you wanted to tell her, good luck finding her.
She said she was going to her private reliquary. That's a place for artifacts, right?
There's artifacts all over the place.
Right. So, if you were gonna have a private place for extra special, extra valuable artifacts, maybe you'd put them behind a door like that.
You've got a point.
Can't we just knock?
I doubt anything can get through that, including sound.
Which means it might be the safest place to be, whether Augustine's in there or not.
Okay.
How are we getting in there?